Hello again. I'm back to talk about some more of my experiences. I've been reminded by seeing one of the things that I haven't covered, and I've seen it, I don't know, at least every 20 minutes or so. I'll see it in the last 2 days. It's in 4D, what I refer to as 4D, fourth dimension, and it looks like it's deeper into our reality than normal reality looks like. And it kind of resembles a chain link fence in shape. Actually, they're octagons though, but there'll be all these little octagons forming like a lattice. And sometimes it moves, it'll go by slowly. That wasn't slowly. But yeah, this is usually happening when I'll defocus my eyes, and there'll be other things happening at the same time that I've described before with the red letter ticker, red letters and numbers going by, or there'll be the water droplet one where it's coming at me or going or out and out. But the first time that I saw this, I had some really good accompanying dialogue from some kind of exterior source in the greater me. And I'd also seen like a white sheet, like a spirit sheet, and that really, wow, that's really really weird. And I could see all these little spirals going up inside of it and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. And I hear this voice that says, "We all have to work together magnoniously." Okay, what's that mean? I look up magnoniously, it's not a word. Well, what's the root of that? Magnon. Okay, so go into Wikipedia, and I'll read it off to you here. The first sentence kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. A magnon is a collective excitation of the electron's spin structure in a crystal lattice. Well, that was what I had just seen, the white sheet with the little spirals going up in it. Whew. That was an interesting day. This was earlier this year. Don't really remember when. And it is kind of true that we do need to work together to our highest good as a greater being. I haven't really covered synchronicities yet, but I've had them too much. And, well, it kind of went pretty nuts there about a month ago when I went to Southern California. I hit 77,777 miles on my car on the way down there. So I've dubbed it the trip of the sevens. And I hit numerous other ones. Just 4 or 5 the same number right after each other. All the time. This would happen, when I'm not even looking at the clock. Sometimes I didn't even want to look at the clock because I knew what would be there would be another synchronicity. So I'd be like, all right, I'm just going to kind of relax and not pay attention to it that much. And then boom, there it goes again. There's a, car drives by with, the number on it on the side for their delivery service would be 888-555 etc. Another one was on the way back, and it wasn't even really a synchronistic number. I was just about to look at my phone to look at the number, and I'm driving by this big truck. Well, I think, well, is it 428 right now? And I look at the truck, and it says like 428 on there. And then I look at my phone, and as soon as I pass the truck, I hit 428. It was like, what? You know, everybody seems to have had this. I'm looking at the time right now, and I'm just going to ignore the synchronicities and move on with my video. But anyways, I had one 8,888 views on one of the Angels and Aliens videos. That's some of my favorites. When I watched it, it was at that amount of views. And then a little while, or the next day, I had 888 on one of Reese Jones' videos. I actually didn't click on the video because I'd already watched it. I saw it on my subscription page, and I saw the 888, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Well, I'm not going to click on it so that somebody else can have that one. They can get the 888 too. So 2 people can have that one. 2 for 1. And another one today was, I was watching a video by Nina is Alive, I think. Not even really like paying attention. I'm kind of distracted, and I look at the video. It says 111 on the timer, and then I look at the views, and it says 111 views, and I'm like, what? But yeah, I went pretty intense last month, but I pretty much at the end of it all, when it was starting to go too crazy, I said, okay, you know what? I'm over focusing on this. I'm trying to have the synchronicities when it really should just flow naturally. So I just kind of said, you know what? I'm not going to really try for this. I'm not going to try to look at the clock every day at 11:11. If I do, fine. If not, oh well. You know, I still do kind of try sometimes, though. Habits die hard. But a lot more numbers to me become synchronistic. Like 1234, 1234, 345, 345, backwards ones, 210, 432. So in the end, it all just kind of breaks down, and a lot of times by habit, I'll add up the numbers and reduce them down to see what the number is in the end, just because it all ends up being sacred in the end anyways. Oh yeah, the last one that I wanted to talk about, because I've hit I haven't really been hitting on 11:11 exactly lately. I'm thinking, you know, okay, whatever. So then yesterday, or the day before, time goes so fast I can't tell. But yeah, yesterday or the day before, it was in the morning, I looked and it was 11:12. I thought, oh well, you know, minute off the famous 11:11. Well, then a little while later, I'm at my grandma's house, and on the TV, it's at somebody's house or whatever, and on their clock, digital clock, it said 11:12. So I was like, okay, you know, so pretty much any number can be synchronistic, whatever it means. I don't delve into the meaning all that much as I could. It just hit 12:22. Pause. And it's not really all numbers either. There's all kinds of different synchronicities that can happen Like one black cat experience that I had a couple months ago is on my driving to my house. There's you kind of go over a river bridge. You go on the bridge over the river, but and there's kind of this area off to the left. I've never seen any animals there. It's kind of a reserved area by the river where not really supposed to have any development or anything. But so I go by on this one day, and there's a black cat, and it's just sitting there, and it's staring at a black horse, and the horse is just eating or whatever. It doesn't seem very synchronistic, except that I've never seen either one of these animals ever, and I've driven to and from my house hundreds of times. So that was kind of an eye opener, but I don't know. Not the most mind blowing synchronicity, but to me it was like, what the black cat, black horse. Okay. And also, I was talking to my brother about different views on free will versus everything being set. And my view is that it's kind of both. And I was trying to explain to him about synchronicities, and he was saying how, forget this whole conversation, because it didn't end well for either one of us, really, as that kind of conversation kind of tends to not when you don't agree with somebody on anything that you're talking about. But but he says something about he would love to something something. Well, as soon as he said love, he was sitting there kind of watching TV and talking to me, and watching TV and talking to me. Well, he's looking at me, and I'm watching the TV while he's talking to me. And as soon as he says love, on the iPhone commercial, it like highlights the word love. And I'm like, what? Did you not see that? It was a synchronicity. It happened right when you said it. And he's like, oh, no. He didn't see it. And it's cable. My grandma has cable, so it was not like a rewind and look at it situation either. I think I told him that if he saw the commercial again, he would see that part. But I don't remember if I did or if I just, I don't know, thought of it as a lost cause, trying to convince him. But whatever. Everybody has their own ideas on everything, so that's all good. A little bit of breakthrough on the blue lattice, and it's not like an indigo blue or sky blue. It's kind of somewhere in between. And this kind of goes for some of the angels that I've seen that are like blue colored, really. They're not indigo blue or sky blue, which the indigo would be third eye, whereas sky blue would be throat. It's like somewhere in between. So my breakthrough was that it's not specifically intuition or specifically wisdom and communication. It's both mixed together to be able to transfer that to me. That, I don't know, it's pretty much impossible to explain that very well. Thanks for watching. Namaste.